Hi, I'm Victor Brick. Welcome to the Road to 100 Fit Tip number 35, Eating for Energy, part 3 in a 4-part series on overcoming fatigue. Do you know the secret for eating for energy is controlling your blood sugar levels? Physiologically speaking, your blood sugar is your source of energy. Too much blood sugar and you're hyper, not enough blood sugar and you're fatigued. The key is to maintain consistent, appropriate blood sugar levels at all times. Another term for blood sugar is glucose. Your body controls the amount of glucose in your system through the release of a hormone, insulin. Insulin reduces blood sugar levels or glucose levels in the body. How do you control your glucose levels? By eating properly. If you don't eat enough, obviously you will have low blood sugar and you'll experience fatigue. But if you eat the wrong types of foods, even if you eat enough or if you eat excessively, the food will break down too quickly into blood sugar, causing a spike in glucose levels. The body will release insulin in response to that to drive your glucose levels down. But unfortunately, the insulin sometimes will drive glucose below pre-ingestion levels, and you'll actually experience more fatigue than before you ate. So, what to do? Here are 5 tips to control your glucose levels. First, eat 3 meals a day. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Make sure to eat all 3 every day, and sometimes with a light snack in between. Number 2, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Make sure to eat a complete breakfast. You should eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper. So if you're going to go light on a meal, go light on dinner. Most of us do the exact opposite. We eat a poor breakfast, racing out the door, our blood sugar levels are low, we eat a fairly decent lunch, but by the time the lunch gets into our system, the day's almost already over, and then we eat a heavy dinner, and half the time it's too close to going to bed, so that causes us to sleep poorly, and that all adds to fatigue and a lack of energy. Number 3, have protein with every meal. Every meal. Protein breaks down slower than carbohydrates, and it helps to control your glucose levels. Now, the most difficult meal to get protein with, of course, is breakfast. But if you plan properly, you can do it. For instance, you can have cottage cheese with your breakfast. You can have low-fat yogurt with your breakfast. Of course, you can have eggs with your breakfast. You can have a protein drink with your breakfast. And milk is a source of protein as well. And sometimes you can mix all of these together into a delicious breakfast shake. So make sure you get protein with every meal in order to slow down the digestion and the breakdown of your food into glucose or blood sugar, and therefore spiking your blood sugar levels again. Number 4 is you should eat complete carbohydrates that have a lower glycemic index than simple carbohydrates and sugars. What do I mean by a glycemic index? A glycemic index is the rate at which the food breaks down into blood sugar and the effect that it has on your glucose levels. The higher the index, the more effect it has. The lower the index, the less effect it has. So you want to eat foods with low glycemic indexes. For instance, if you're going to eat fruit, you want to eat fleshy fruit like apples and bananas as opposed to sweet fruit like grapes and oranges and fruits that are high in fructose. You want to eat whole grain carbohydrates, bread, whole grains, and you want to eat vegetables are a great source of complex carbohydrates, and you can eat them, of course, with a meal, or you can have them with a dip. But these are all sources of carbohydrates that have lower glycemic indexes and will help control your blood sugar level. And then finally, avoid sugar. As much as possible, eliminate sugar from your diet. Sugar is the killer. Of course, sugar breaks down immediately, gets right into the bloodstream, spikes the glucose levels in your body, insulin's released, drives them down, and you're fatigued again. And I'm talking about all sugar. I'm talking about soft drinks. If you need a taste to your water, drink as much water as possible. And if you need a little bit of a taste, put lemon in your water so that you get some taste from the water, but you don't get the sugar. Get rid of all sweets. I don't know why, but people gave me all these sweets for Christmas, globbers and fine Belgian chocolate. Get them out of the house. Avoid them as much as possible. Sugar is the killer. If you do want to snack, you can snack on things like nuts. You can snack on things like, the fleshy fruits. You can snack on things like peanut butter. You can snack on things like cut vegetables. Cut vegetables with dip are a great source of snacks. You can also snack on the cottage cheese and on the low-fat yogurt. But as much as possible, avoid sugars. Sugars are the killer, not only for medical reasons, as we've discussed, diabetes, but also in terms of fatigue. They will spike your blood sugar levels and will dramatically increase your fatigue. We end each Fit Tip with a philosophical question and with a corny joke. The philosophical question for this week is a repeat of the philosophical question from Fit Tip number 34, and that is the world getting better or is the world getting worse? If you'd like to respond, you can email me at info@brickbodies.com. And if you'd like to see the answers from the other readers and other listeners, you can look at our website at brickbodies.com. The corny joke for today is, remember, you can tune a piano, you can tune a guitar, but you can't tune a fish. Now, if you'd like to send this Fit Tip to a friend, you can hit the forward button at the bottom of this screen. And if you'd like to see this Fit Tip in the text version, again, you can go to our website at www.brickbodies.com. That's it for today. See you at 100 years, that is.